4 years ago, we technically drove from Florida to Alaska, but we cheated a little bit because we only made it to the panhandle.
But this time, we're doing it for real. We're going from Tallahassee, Florida to Anchorage, Alaska in my 400 horsepower track-built Evo
And my 500 horsepower street-built STI. 10,000 miles across the continent in only 3 weeks. This trip is about accomplishing something that we've previously failed, and to experience as much of the continent as possible.
Also, this is me. I'm behind the camera.
What are you on probation for?
I don't know, about 18 gun charges, a little bit of kidnapping here and there.
Yes, thank you. Have a good one.
All right, we're in Canada.
Virginia, what are you guys doing now up here? You lost.
We're going to Alaska.
Alaska.
Yeah. That dude was so Canadian. He was like immediately friendly.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited to be back in Canada.
Dude, me too.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just like a whole bunch more, it feels like it's a whole land of like opportunities and like new stuff to see. And it, you know, it really is probably not that different from North Dakota, but like, man.
Yeah, this is gonna really show my nerd side, but I feel like we just unlocked a new map. We're finally far enough away now that people will come up to us and they're like, whoa, you're from Virginia?
I think we were far enough away, and now people just don't know what Virginia is.
You know we had to stop at Tim Hortons. Well, we've been in Canada for a few hundred kilometers so far, and it seems like their gas has no ethanol. I have 1.2% ethanol reading on the flex sensor, so there's nothing I can do about that. There's no ethanol booster out there, so I'm just gonna have to run on no ethanol, which just means I need to be light on the gas, light on the foot, no boost. Maybe it's different in Alberta, or maybe it's Maybelline. Ah, neighbors, welcome. It smelled kind of funny, eh?
Oh, good grief, they've got 94, eh? Only 184 a liter for some 94 octane? I don't mind if I do. They say money can't buy happiness, but boy, I'd spend a loonie or two on some 94, eh?
This gas station has 94 octane, so I think it's time to fill up our gas can. What better time than the present? We are about to enter into Banff, so we're gonna be kind of out in the middle of nowhere for a bit. Whew, it got dirty.
And just to clarify, for everyone thinking that 91 and 94 octane is very, very low, North America uses a different octane rating system, AKI, I believe, anti-knock index, versus RON or whatever else most of the rest of the world uses. So like 93 is the same as your 98 or whatever. 94 is actually a little bit higher. So it's all the same octane, it's just a different rating system.
Ultra 94. All right. 108 Canadian dollars. Press here for receipt. So that's like $2 in the US. Not bad.
$2? Pretty close.
I hope we never have to take this off the roof. That's the goal. When in Canada, gotta represent Canada, eh? With a moose and a Canadian maple. What's more Canadian than that? Made in the USA. Canada, eh? Saskatchewan, pretty boring. It's a lot like North Dakota.
I'm getting a little bit sick of staring at the back of this Subaru. These Recaros, these OEM Recaros are fantastic seats. They're really comfortable on a long drive, but I will say my back is starting to get a little bit stiff. Everything has its limits.
We're almost out of the Midwestern section of the continent, which means we'll finally get to see some mountains soon.
All right, Ben, this is bittersweet because we're now officially leaving the last major city before we get to Alaska, but at the same time, we're headed towards Banff.
You know, I wish that we could have talked to more of the locals.
Yeah, we kind of did just like glaze by a lot of that. 2 whole provinces of Canada we kind of just blew through.
Like, this is the meat and potatoes, right? It's the human connection. So I don't want to overlook this, all right? I want to spend some time getting to know some of these Canadians. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to just like, I don't want to look back on this trip and just think all about the freeway. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fine, Ben. You can pull over at one of these gas stations and talk with some people, but I'm headed to the mountains.
Ben's starting to have some regrets about passing through too fast without getting to know the locals, but I've got my eyes set up high on the mountains as we head into Banff.
Ben, I don't think this is the way to Alaska.
It's just a small detour. I mean, when you got mountains like this, you have to go look at them.
Ben, why are you forcing me to off-road my track-built Evo?
I thought all Evos were rally cars.
They start as rally cars, but my car is not a rally car anymore. I swear to God, Ben, if your Subaru breaks down on top of this mountain, I'm gonna kill you.
This is what this car was bred for. It's totally fine.
I think you've watched one too many Crosstrek commercials.
Ben, seriously, look to your left. That is incredible.
Okay, that is pretty good.
Oh my gosh, I'm pulling over right here. I gotta get a picture of this. Where's my phone? Oh. Here. You're way too tall. Hold on, let me get this side. There we go. Dude, look at that.
We're still not even in Alaska.
I know, but holy crap.
All right, you know what? I'm sorry I was pretty hard on you about this. This was actually pretty cool. Glad we came up here. What? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, Ben.
Do we just keep driving through them, or like what? What's up, guys? Hi. Oh. Whoa! But wait, there's more. Look at this. It's freezing cold, but I don't even care.
First of all, Ben, can you believe it is 10 p.m. and it is this bright?
Dude, it's gonna get even more crazy as we go further north.
Also, this is like insane. This is like, oh my gosh.
Dude, how tall do you think that is? Like, how high up do you think that is?
Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine standing up at the tip of that.
Yeah.
You ever seen anything like this, Lukey?
I have not. It's beautiful. It truly is beautiful. I was gonna take a swim in that, but it's a little nippy for that.
It's a little cold to be taking a dip.
Yeah. I think I may get hypothermia and die if I were to do that.
The Canadian Rockies are a sight to behold. I'd be lying if I said these views weren't a big part of the reason we decided to even reattempt this trip. Seeing these massive mountains dwarf our little cars makes it all worth it.
Also, I've done a lot of whining on this trip, which is a little bit out of character for me, and I apologize. I did not initially want to take this trip very badly because of all it entailed with me doing stuff to the Evo and me being concerned about it making it through the trip, but I'm very lucky that I get to do stuff like this.
Bear, Ben, there's a bear up on that hill.
Our first black bear sighting of the trip. Honestly, I think black bears look kind of cute, but certainly wouldn't want to get any closer than this.
Makes me a little bit worried about the rest of the trip. I hope that we don't get closer to bears than this. I will joke around about a lot of stuff, but bears are no joke.
So we're at Lake Louise, which is kind of the primary tourist destination of Banff. Everybody says you go to Banff, you go to Lake Louise. Yeah, holy crap, dude. Look, this one ate a child.
I feel like I'm in an amusement park. It's cool though. This is such an interesting melting pot. People speaking English, German, what is it? Hindi, right? It's crazy.
How much do you think it costs to stay in that hotel? The way the mountains like come together at a point right by the end of the lake, and then the mountains like with the ice coming down up there, it's gorgeous. All right, there's so many people here. I think further north, there should be less people. It'll be quieter. A little bit further north, maybe like an hour or two north. There's plenty of lakes along here. I think we can find something else. What do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
After leaving the Banff area, the traffic on the roads started to die down, but the scenery kept going. We were now deep into Alberta with two cars that probably shouldn't be, but we're not worried. Seeing all this beautiful scenery kept our spirits quite high.
Dude, this scenery is unbelievable.
Yeah, this is like genuinely like world class. It's just kind of like heaven, you know? It makes you think of like heavenly thoughts.
Looking at pretty sights is a big part of our job at this point, but after seeing about 2,000 mountains, you start wishing you weren't just driving past it all. This whole trip, Luke and I have been looking for a spot to really dive into nature, and at a random pull-off on the side of the road, we found a good a spot as any.
The good news is, we get to look at more scenery for the next few hundred miles. And around every corner was another mountain that looked bigger than the last. I really can't believe that this kind of scenery exists.
How high up is that? Like a mile and a half? Probably like 10 miles. I wonder if I could climb that. Yeah, dude, like the softness of the snow on the mountain like takes away kind of the harshness of it, but there's still enough rock kind of poking out that it's got like a good contrast. And then at the top of the mountain where the wind is really high, you can see it like blowing the snow off the top. And then when you look down near the bottom, you can see like where all the avalanches have come down from the snow. Like it's just, man, it's so good.
Yeah, it's crazy because it looks so picturesque, but then if you were up there, you would die.
Like, I'm getting distracted with all this, but then I look down at the map and I'm like, dude, we still have like the entire distance of the US basically to cover until we get to Alaska.
As we continued on, I honestly started getting a little bit bored with the scenery. It's not that it isn't amazing to look at, but we've been looking at it for so long. So I challenged Luke to see who could catch more pieces of trail mix in their mouth. Loser gets a face full of snow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
One.
Oh no!
One. Oh no! Okay, that was a 1. All right, your turn. I'm 1 for 2. Okay, no, that was no height. No height. No height.
That was 6 feet. Ben, you're judging.
No!
Oh man, and into the snow. That's tragic.
you're. Ah! I'm trying to mess you up now.
No, you already did 3.
What? Oh, okay. Oh no. It's out of 3?
Yes, I said that. Three. That's good.
I gotta get fresh ones.
I cannot breathe, bro. That was. I started feeling bad for you at first, and then it was just the funniest thing I've ever seen. I thought you were gonna win this for sure. You're like by far more athletic than I am.
You just got the good catch in mouth.
We're getting out of the mountains now as we head deeper into Alberta. Civilization is starting to get more scarce, and we've been on the road long enough now that we've got to stop to do some laundry.
And according to Apple weather, take it as you will, it's supposed to be snowing where we're headed.
Man, if only we had a couple of full-time all-wheel drive cars with all-season tires.
Yeah, all-season tires would really set it all off, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we've got that.
That is what we're driving.
Yeah.
Good point.
It looks like we're headed into some snowy weather once we get into British Columbia. But we're not worried, because we probably have 2 of the most well-equipped cars for the situation.
Off-roading in the Evo, eh?
Or my trip meter says we've gone just about 4,000 miles now. So that means we're 2/3 of the way there.
Yeah, but you got to remember that your trip meter is not reading as many miles as the Evo has done, because the Evo had to drive back to home base after your Subaru broke down and was trailered back.
Yeah, I get it then. I'll give you a trophy for the extra 100 miles you drove.
Thank you very much. Luckily, shout out to Petro Canada, 94 octane, even all the way up here, so that's nice.
The weather seems to be getting worse as we head further north into cloud cover.
We are in northern Alberta, in the middle of nowhere, and it is just pouring down wintry mix. I have never been so happy to be in an Evo followed by an STI. We're very far north now, and it's probably been an hour since I've seen a vehicle that wasn't.
That big old crack in my windshield.
Ben just got a big crack in his windshield.
So Ben, we're clearly on like a logger's path.
Yeah, I don't think that we are well outside of like scenic Canada at this point.
This is a worker's road.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I was following behind a truck, and I was going to make the pass. I got real close, and sure enough. But also, holy crap, look at all this salt. I assume it's salt.
Cars are disgusting.
Yeah, maybe it's dirt. Oh man, my front grille is black, but not right now. Holy crap. Yeah, okay, so you know, we've done plenty of road trips. What makes a car dirty is not the miles you put on it, it's the wet miles that you put on it.
Yeah.
Because like when we did the 48 state trip with the FDs, it didn't really get that dirty until we drove through like wet, snowy conditions.
Yeah, like Idaho. I mean,
Yeah.
it just, you know, the cars blend in now.
It's so interesting to see how the aero works over the cars. Like by looking at the dirt, just like the spray that kind of comes down here. I don't know if that's doing anything. I guess it is. But what's really neat is your front hood. Because of your like little scoop here, you can see the dirt just like kind of flow off to the side. It's neat.
Yeah, Mitsubishi, you know, made some good aero.
Very nice, I like it, Picasso.
Ben, am I going crazy, or is this town named what I think it is named? I mean, I know the French are a very romantic people, but did they literally name this town Pussy Coup?
I think it's probably pronounced like Pouse or something like that. I mean, I don't know.
House?
I just find it hard to believe that it'd be Pussy.
It's probably P.C.
I don't know, I'm gonna ask somebody, I gotta know.
Hi, how's it going? How do you pronounce the name of this town?
This one?
Yeah.
Pooscoopy.
What is it?
Pooscoopy.
Pooscoopy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Some people say Pooscape, but I've lived here all my life and I call it
Poo-
Pooscoopy.
Pooscoopy?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is it Pussy Coop? Like, I didn't know.
No.
Okay, no, it's not that.
Pooscoopy.
Pooscoopy.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. You've settled an argument.
Oh, well, there you go.
Thanks for giving me the scoop on Pooscoopy.
Yeah, no problem.
Pooscoopy.
Yeah, I heard.
A few miles up the road was Dawson Creek, the official start of the Alaskan Highway.
I'm feeling better about this than last time because last time we didn't take the Alaskan Highway. I think that was our mistake.
Yeah.
Now we're actually taking like the proper route.
The only thing less populated than this route would be the route that we took last time.
Right.
But before we get started on the Alaskan Highway, I'm gonna swing by the last Walmart that we'll have access to, because I need a coat.
Well, then I got a coat.
You certainly did.
We're gonna go up to the oil fields.
Ben, you look like a Roblox.
This is, I mean, they're not gonna yell at us for being anywhere we're not supposed to be because we look like we're supposed to be there now.
You do.
Don't worry about how much I paid for it.
Oh my God.
It's because it's high vis. It's like special class.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Yeah.
Trying to sexily undress you.
So, despite the weather, this is the only coat that they had in sale, like in the store.
What do you mean despite the weather?
Like this is summer season. There's like tank tops and t-shirts in there.
Oh.
They don't have coats. This is it. This is just for construction worker guys. So this is all I got. But you know what? It is warm.
You're
Also
kind of
got
a
some
construction
thermal.
worker guy. You're constructing a narrative.
I'm constructing a video.
You're
I'm constructing a story.
An edit. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. You're sort of a construction worker guy.
Pack a coat, Ben. You're going to Alaska.
Since we knew there was more snow on the radar, we decided to head up the Alaskan Highway without stopping, to cover as much ground as possible and see if we could beat the storm. But that meant some late night driving ahead of us. It was already almost midnight, and snow looked to be on its way.
It's currently 11:30. We're still in British Columbia, headed directly north. And we have 3 hours left to drive tonight to make it to our hotel because there's no towns in between where we just left and where we're going. You know, when we take road trips like this and you watch the footage of what we just went through in Banff and Jasper and stuff, what you don't really realize is the stuff that happens kind of off camera. This is what you don't normally see, you know, like it's so much driving. We have 1,400 miles left to go. We're trying to make that in 3 days, I think is the plan, to get to Alaska. So we have to cover a lot of ground, you know, a lot of ground that the camera's not rolling for, which tonight we were gonna cover about 6 hours in the dark.
We're 200 kilometers from our stop for the night. Our ETA is 2:30 a.m. and it keeps going up because we're driving 45 miles an hour.
Right. I mean, I can't see any lines. Like,
yeah, so what I think just happened is we hit a pullover for trucks and now no one has gone past this, partially because it's a decline and it's just not worth it for them.
yeah. Visibility is definitely the issue. Like, obviously, I think we both have enough grip.
Yeah, I mean, the issue for me now is getting really tired because I have to look so hard to see where I'm going.
Right.
That it tires my brain out.
Alright, so we've decided to continue on until we don't want to continue on anymore. 150
50 miles left for the night till where we have our hotel that's booked. We'll see if we can make that, but something tells me we might be sleeping on the side of the road tonight. It's 5:24 a.m. We did not make it last night. Pulled over on the side of the road. Luke is in a sleeping bag somewhere in here. And it snowed a lot last night. I don't know, maybe about 5 extra inches. Yeah. So, I've been warming up my car for the last 20 minutes. It's finally starting to melt over some of the snow. And it's just started hitting Evo up.
We're still 200 kilometers from where we were supposed to stay last night. So that's not good. And weather has only gotten worse, not better. So I don't know if our whole scheme of sleeping overnight here on the side of the road really paid off, but also we didn't really have an option since we were both too tired and the storm was too bad.
Well, you see, that's my side skirt there. Let's see, while the car is warming up, let me just grab my morning snack here. Some breakfast. The radar showed for the next maybe 200 miles it's snowing.
200 miles?
Yep.
This is kind of like the dream though. Like, we could not have brought 2 more perfect vehicles for this scenario.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, these cars are bred for this.
What started off as fear led to joy, as we both realized that these two cars are awesome in the snow. Sure, it would have been easier if it didn't snow, but the challenge is what makes the trip special, and driving these two cars closer to the Arctic Circle is certainly becoming a challenge.
I don't know if I've mentioned it yet on this road trip, but the Evo is the best car ever.
Alright, just show you a little bit of the condition of the car here. Pulled over to the side. The snow just piled in between the tire and the fender. It's that way all around. Obviously in the wheel as well. Oh, the rear wheel is as well. Just caked in there. Oh. Oh man, that's a good look.
As you'd expect, there was next to no traffic, but every now and then a semi-truck would pass in the opposite direction. And when I went to pull the Evo out of the way, unfortunately, I couldn't see the side of the road. It doesn't look like there's any damage to the car, but now we're just stuck on the Alaskan highway. We don't have any tow straps with us to help pull the Evo out, so we'll just have to wait until another car comes by that's willing to help us. But eventually, my savior arrived.
This man from Washington State, United States, is going to help us out.
Yeah. Come on, I would prefer to diesel, but...
Oh. Oh, he's got a hook too. Perfect.
Thank you so much for helping. Sure. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
She'll get with this. Okay, that was a lie. I don't forget this.
Evo was very stuck. We decided it might be better to pull the car out from behind, and we cleared as much snow as possible to give it the best chance of getting out.
Saved me, bro. That was a lot of work for. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Well, so when I got stuck, we had just turned around. The reason we had turned around in the first place was so I could come back and get this, my $400 lip that I put on, 3 days ago?
Ben wasn't the only one to get stuck on this road. Even up here in northern British Columbia, it seems like some of the locals managed to find a ditch.
Kind of screwed up our trip a little bit, as you can see over there.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, we made it from about that pullout to here. He was driving. He wasn't drunk. He was just woke up and decided he wanted to drive through the storm plows I'd been through yet. So we had gotten a bit of a wreck, and we've been here ever since.
How long?
Maybe 4 hours, 5 hours. I don't know, probably 5 in the morning.
Oh my God, bro.
And yeah, we have yet to find somebody to pull us out, so we're waiting for a logging truck. Hopefully it comes by soon, because those guys usually are contractors and they own companies. Big companies, they won't pull you out just because it's
Too much liability.
Yeah, liability. I'm 4th generation gold miner.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
You said you're a gold miner?
Yeah, 4th generation, and I'm a welder too.
So you ever just,
Have
you ever said there's gold in these hills?
Oh yeah. There's gold in them there hills. Sure enough. Yeah, there's lots of gold out there. Well, I'm on probation, so I can't really work for them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I've worked for a lot of smaller companies, but right now I'm working for that big corporation mine. It is what it is. Pays pretty good though.
Yeah. What are you on probation for?
I don't know, about 18 gun charges.
Gun charges?
Gun charges, yep. A little bit of kidnapping here and there.
Well.
Not really. Not
cool,
really.
that's
Nice to meet you.
not real kidnapping. I didn't kidnap anybody, but that's just what they put it up on.
Gotcha.
Rough time there. That one got dropped though.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's dropped, it's not, you know.
Well, it wasn't kidnapping in the first place, so I don't know why they ever called that in the first place, but they did. So.
Cool. Well, we've met John Wayne up here from the Yukon.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much for your time. What was your name again, bro?
Dane Fellers.
Dane Fellers. I'm Ben. Nice to meet you.
Ben?
Ben Lynn. Yeah.
Ben Lynn.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you too.
We drove a few miles up the road until we found a farm where they have lots of heavy machinery. We did our best to try and pay it forward and asked the farmers for help to pull out Dane's truck.
Wayne and his wife are two of the real ones. They're gonna go pull them out. They've got like caterpillars, they've got like tractors, any number of things could pull that thing out.
So Dane is not gonna have a problem.
Dane should be set in a little bit, yeah.
Awesome.
We continued on, and it looks like snowfall is starting to lighten up. So naturally, I had to do some victory donuts in the STI.
Just to get a sense of the lengths we have to go to get footage on trips like these. Usually it's obviously not blizzarding, or I guess a Canadian would call this light dusting, but I'm setting up a tracking shot that we're gonna drive through. So we had to pull over, coordinate a pullover, and now I'm gonna go set up the angle, and then we'll drive back, drive through it, and then drive back, come and pick it up, and then we'll have one shot.
Got the shot. You think that was good? Oh no!
Yeah. We're good?
Save the camera though. I'm gonna watch the shot back, see if it's good.
If it's not good, I'm not doing it again. And while we were getting our shot, look who finally caught up.
That's pretty quick.
Did Wayne get you?
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
great.
Awesome, man. Hey, appreciate it.
Have a safe drive, all right?
You saved your asses out there.
Yeah, no worries.
Really appreciate that.
All right. See ya.
A few hours later, we made it into a town, and it looks like road conditions are looking much better.
What is this town called?
Fort Nelson.
Fort Nelson.
Yeah, it's in the it's pretty much at the end of the British Columbia right now. But I believe this is the biggest town at the end of the British Columbia area.
Okay.
Because if you go further north, it's very beautiful. It's beautiful out there. There are so many things to check out. But it's nice here. It's nice for somebody who want a very good life. Want to stay away from the shit thing.
Yeah.
It's a different life here. It's a good one. If you like the quiet life, a normal life, it's the town for that.
Everyone seems so happy to be isolated up here away from civilization. I don't blame them. And they all say it gets even more beautiful the further we go. So I think it's time to keep pressing on north to Alaska.
Fort Nelson was the last town that we hit until we make it to Alaska, and we're officially further north than we've ever been. It's just under 1,000 miles now until we reach the border of Alaska, but that will have to wait for next episode.